Okay, so in the center of the reading of December, the energy that you have is a wheel of fortune turning. So it's in reverse, which doesn't necessarily mean that it is turning for the bad. It just means that it's shifting. And since we have the universe coming in, spreading its light and joy, I feel like it's turning it in the right direction. It might be turning it a little bit slower because it is in reverse. But I think you're still going in the right direction. And if you aren't, always know if you are sitting in a really lovely place as of November and you feel like maybe things are going to shift in a negative, know that this is a circle. It's cyclical. And we did have the Ten of Swords pop out while I was shuffling. And so you could still feel really apprehensive about some shifts and things that have been going on. So that could be also why this is turning maybe a little bit slower than you like. And so you might not be able to see the positive that is about to come up right now, even though it is. So this could be that you're right at the apex of the difficult time, and it's turning upright. Okay. In the love area, we have the Page of Discs, the King of Wands reverse. Let me just hold them up so you can see it. And then the Queen of Wands reversed. So this really feels like a family dynamic. It could be a lover's quarrel, a third-party interference. When we have the Page of Discs, then, it's a younger energy and it can be a message. And in this regards, I feel like it's more of a message for a lot of people. And it's a message regarding the earthly realm, regarding finances, regarding home, regarding vehicle, things of that nature, things that you can touch and hold on to. And we have the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands in reverse. And Capricorn, you're an earth sign. So this is the fire sign. So you could be exhibiting one of these people in the reverse. Now, when we have the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, they are very... They're in the same space, they carry the same dynamic, but it's just that it's easier to pull up the negative aspects of the card than it is to pull up the positive, so that it's not working in the highest of energies. So when we do have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands in reverse, it can be that it's more materialistic, that it's more selfish, it could be hoarding too, not walking in gratitude, but kind of looking at the negative side of it and saying, well, I don't have this, I don't have that, I'm not abundant enough, when in fact you are completely abundant and you're just not seeing, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, you're just not seeing the positive aspects of your situation. So the Page of Discs comes in and says, hey, take a look, you have everything you need, and it's time for you to be grateful for that. It could also be a child. It is a holiday season, so, the Queen and King could be a little bit more forlorn, like they just don't have enough to give. They don't want to give anything, that you kind of want to huddle away, Capricorn, you and your partner, or, you could be one person and, the other person, if you're dating them, is kind of feeling the same way. And so one of you could have a child, or if you're in a partnership, you have a child who is excited and joyful about the situation and, could possibly kind of pull you out of that funk of bah humbug. So yeah, if you're in a partnership, don't feed each other's negativity, but pull out the positive, because you have somebody else who can see the joy in the time, even if you can't. And if you can't see the joy of the time, then do something that's interesting and fun and lighthearted, so that you can kind of cultivate that fun again. It's kind of like the Queen and King of Wands in reverse just aren't having any fun. So you need to turn that around, and especially because this is in the love area. If you are dating someone or just started a relationship with somebody, once again, get yourselves out and enjoy each other and enjoy the space and find the laughter in one another. Okay, so in career, we have the 10 of Wands, 5 of Discs, and then we have the 5 of Cups. And so this could be why up here you're a little forlorn, is that career seems a little bit complicated and it seems really tough. Okay, so you're working tremendously hard, and you're doing that with the thought of rising to the top, rising to the next level, which you may have done, but then you realize that you have to work even more to keep that status. So it's, if you don't work that hard, then you're afraid that you're going to end up in the cold and not have anything. And so that's kind of what you're focusing on, is instead of focusing on, hey, I've worked really hard and I've made so much progress and I'm happy with that. It's looking at what you don't have and saying, well, I'm working really hard and I got to this level, but it could be taken away at any time. So if you have gotten, let's say, a raise, or you've gotten a promotion and you're terrified that you won't be able to keep it, don't focus on that. Focus on the fact that you actually got there and enjoy that time and revel in the fact that you actually have worked hard and gotten to a new level. If you are working towards getting to a new level or getting a promotion or getting a raise, you might not get it this month. This just might not be the month, but persevere. Things are shifting. The universe has big plans for you, but you have to stay focused and you have to keep putting in the work. Okay? Now, if some of you guys are expecting a bonus, I don't think it's going to be as big as you thought it was going to be. And so that's what you're focusing on instead of actually getting a bonus. You're wondering why it's so low. But you're still getting one. And so be thankful about that. All right. And then over here in finance, we have the 7 of Discs, reverse, the Knight of Discs, and the 7 of Swords. Be careful of being swindled this month, I'm getting the feeling of internet fraud. So Capricorn, just be careful of where you put your information in on the internet. The 7 of Swords is kind of a thief card. It can also be make sure to protect your assets. And since the Knight of Discs is kind of looking off into the distance, it feels like it's a disconnect of of your work and gain. So when we have the 7 of Discs in reverse, it's really wondering if all the work is worthwhile and if it's going to pay off. And we have this down here of you working so hard. And the same thing with the 7 of Discs, working so hard and it's not paying off like you want to. In fact, you feel like you've been cheated, And so you're wondering what to do in the future with your finances. And the Knight of Discs is kind of looking off into a separate situation. So I'm wondering if you need to open yourself up. Yeah, that's it. You need to open yourself up to different possibilities, of making money and how you're doing that. This day job might be working, but you might have to explore possible hobbies or interests that could also make you money as kind of a supplement to where you are. Okay. And then in health, we have the Star, the 8 of Cups reversed, and the 8 of Swords reversed. So the Star card is, a great card. It's also kind of a luck card, and you have a lot of luck on your side. I think a lot of it is kind of mental anguish. Like this 7 of Swords, even though it's a thievery card, you could be stealing from yourself. You could be stealing your joy from yourself and focusing on, once again, the negative aspects instead of the positive aspects for you. So over here, I feel like with the health, you have a lot of luck, and the Star is radiating, shining on your mind, body, soul connection. But we do have the 8 of Cups, which is really having a difficult time letting go when it's in reverse. And then the 8 of Swords, too. I mean, they're both 8s. Isn't that interesting? And they're both in reverse. So this is, being unable to let go of certain situations that are no longer healthy for you. Being tied to an aspect of yourself that you just aren't ready to say goodbye to. So this could be a habit, it could be an addiction, but it could also, I just keep feeling like it's really a mentally heavy month for you, Capricorn. So you mentally are thinking, I'm not good enough, I'm working so hard, I'm not getting what I deserve, I'm not getting what I need, kind of, excuse me, feeling. When spirit is saying, oh, but you do have these aspects that are worthwhile, and it's up to you to shift that frame of mind so that the good can come in. And in fact, I feel like in some aspects, some Capricorns are so down on themselves and beating themselves up, that's what's affecting their relationships. So I feel like often for a lot of people, the Page of Discs is spirit saying, oh, but I'm offering you more, please take it. And then the Knight of Discs is saying, oh, I have more, please take it, and the star's like, drink from my well, please take it. And so it's up to you to take your hand, go like this and say thank you, instead of, batting it away and saying, no, I don't deserve it. Capricorn, you do. So health-wise, I feel like physically you're in a really great space, but emotionally and mentally you're just stuck. You're stuck in this frame of mind of being unworthy or of being in the negative. And so instead of looking down, it's time to look up and be aware that the sky is still there and there's still joy to be had. So let's call on the angels for added guidance. Angels, what message do you have for my Capricorns? This one's just sticking out saying hello, so I think that's, and it's 2. Okay. So the third eye chakra and ear chakra. So once again, it's focusing on your inner self and what's radiating within. So the third eye chakra says it is safe for you to see the energy of love in all of its forms, such as angels, auras, and visions. Okay. So yes, focus on your spirit. See it for what it truly is. Use it as a benefit instead of a negative, instead of something that is holding you back. It's actually pushing you forward. So open up your chakras, open up your energy of love, and know that what you see, when you see angels, when you see beautiful visions, it's not weird, it's not wrong, it's a message from the higher up. And then with the ear chakra, we have noticed messages that appear as sounds, music, and words from both eternal sources and within your mind. These messages are real answers to your prayers. Once again, the universe is trying to speak to you very loudly. I mean, that's why we have the world here. That's why we have the Wheel of Fortune and the star trying to give you messages, but you're not listening, Capricorn. You got to open up your heart, open up your ears, and hear the messages that are being said. Okay, so I'm also going to pull from the Animal Spirit Knowledge cards. So this is just a little thing for December that I wanted to do of an animal to meditate on through the month, kind of like your spirit animal. Oh, okay, and that's the one. Oh, it's a seahorse. Okay, the seahorse. And the seahorse is a symbol of strength, guidance, transformation, and feminine energy. The seahorse is a symbol of power. It has frequently appeared in the coats of arms of European nobles and is associated with valor and bravery. And it's beautiful, it's related to Neptune as well. In Neptune is, water, but also breaking boundaries and not having any boundaries. So instead of being so rigid in your life, give space for different hues of colors. It's not all black and white. So, hopefully you'll see some seahorses throughout December, just reminding you of your bravery and your strength and your feminine side, and let that transform you into the person that you have always been and always need to be.